Hey guys, it's Reagan, and today I'm here to bring you a book review of Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ning. I'm terribly sorry I mispronounced that. This book was sent to me by Penguin, and they're also sponsoring a giveaway for five copies of this book to give away to you guys. So yes, let's just start off and say I loved this book, and additionally say, when I first received this book and quickly glanced over the synopsis, I was expecting, you know, I hate to use the word generic, but I was kind of like, oh, well, you know, it's gonna follow a family getting over the loss of their daughter, it's gonna be about mourning and moving on, blah, blah, blah. Which, yes, it is, but it is so much more than that, and it was like everything, it was so good. So let's just get into the review. Everything I Never Told You opens with the line, oh, it's upside down. Lydia is dead, but they don't know it yet. This novel follows a mixed family in the 1970s in Ohio, which you can obviously guess that carries a lot of social things with the time period in American history, and the family is half Chinese and half white. Lydia, as stated in the first sentence, is dead, and she is the middle child and the favorite in the family. Going in, and initially I thought that was sort of going to be the main thing, like this family is going to be dealing with the death of this, but no, the author does a very interesting thing. Basically, she sort of uses Lydia'S death as this catalyst for a lot of stuff that starts happening in the psychology of a lot of our characters, but then also uses it, she kind of presents it, and then throughout the story she slowly like unravels this family's history and explains all the events leading up to Lydia'S death. And all the events include how the parents were raised, the parents' decisions, and you can see the parents' decisions and how that then affected their parenting, and then how affected like how they treated Lydia, etc., etc. To be more clear on that, this book does really center, I mean, like, Lydia'S death is a very huge part of this book, the big part of the mystery, but the main like point of this novel is this idea of everything I never told you. And basically every single member of this family, including Lydia, is horrible at communicating. This family does not understand each other at all. They don't know how to express their wants, their fears, their desires, their anything to each other, and they just keep it inside. And you'll see that at so many pivotal points of this book, this idea of telling someone what you want appears, and it never, well, you'll see characters not do anything, and then the consequences leading after that. And another really interesting thing about this book is that while Lydia dies in the very beginning, the actual book, a lot of the book isn't taking place after Lydia'S death and the family mourning with Lydia'S death. In fact, it's dealing a lot with about the 3 months leading up to her death, and then way in the past with her parents. Again, because the author is very interested in developing the psychology and unraveling this family history so we understand all the choices this people made, all the choices every person in this family made leading up to the reason as to why Lydia is dead. This book deals with a lot of super interesting topics, like so interesting. Two big ones would be like gender status in this time period, as well as racial identity in this time period. The father in this novel is Chinese, so his family immigrated when he was a small child. No, his family immigrated and he was born in the United States, but he was born in like the 1950s as a fully Chinese American. And during that time period, there was not a lot of Chinese Americans, and he was greatly ostracized. So because of this, the father hyper compensated. He became obsessed with American culture, obsessed with this idea of blending in and fitting in so much he became a professor of American history. The mother, on the other hand, was the opposite. She wanted to stand out. She wanted to be a doctor. And she's very interested in paving her own path and being her own woman and independent and not being that cookie cutter stay-at-home mom that her mother was. Interestingly, she ends up being that. And so the psychology of these two parents greatly impact their children's lives. But it's just the psychology of all the characters and how they're feeling and how they're not telling people how they're feeling, and it's just freaking good, okay? Okay. I'm terribly sorry if that wasn't clear. I literally filmed this review like 4 times. I'm having a horrible time expressing exactly what I want to articulate. But this book, like I said, is just really interesting, and it's hard to give a really good synopsis or review because everything's kind of brewing. It slowly brews and everything slowly unravels, and then it builds on itself, and then you slowly see what was really happening behind this facade of this happy, you know, middle of America family as their daughter dies, and that crumbles to the ground. Their facade is gone, and they're faced with everything they've never told anyone, and they have to decide how to move on. Okay? Does that make sense? It was good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, okay? Okay. Like I said, Penguin is sponsoring a giveaway for this book, and they're letting me give away 5 copies of this. So, if you want to be entered to win a copy of this book, Everything I Never Told You, which was really good, I promise, even if my review was kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. Comment down below, and you'll automatically be entered to win. This contest will be open for 1 week, and I will announce the winners on Twitter. So, comment down below your Twitter username, okay? Because that's easier for me to actually contact people if it's on Twitter, because otherwise it's really hard. Anyway, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon with another video.